We're about to do some supersetting, and we're going to focus on 15 repetitions. However, we're adding 15 repetitions for the glutes and the hamstrings to a second exercise that is also 15 repetitions for the glutes and the hamstrings. Now look, not always do we want to go heavy. Yes, most of the time we want to make sure that's incorporated into our regular routine as women who are over 40. We need it for muscle and for bone density. But we also want to hit on the muscles differently and uniquely to give diversity to what it is we're doing. We can't always go heavy and hard because we're going to risk injury. This is a perfect example of how we focus on a connection that is already weak and give you core. Between core is knees and shoulders, and you're having to work on your core focus for balance here. So supersetting 30, what will be 30 exercises by the time we're done with the ball with a wall sit for 1 minute. Okay, so we're going to come into this dropping down. I've got to move the microphone, sorry about that. And you'll be doing a hip bridge on the ball. And nothing like stalling here for you, but you'll be doing a hip bridge on the ball and following that right away with hamstring curls on the ball. So you're going to see me when I do the hamstring curls, I'm going to come up and elevate my hips here as well. Now, you may feel like you're still here because you don't quite have that ability to lift up. It's definitely harder. So if you're not quite there yet, you're still doing it correctly and it'll come. I promise you, it's like that first time you rode a bike or the first time you swam across the pool. You got to feel it to know you can do it. And that one time, as soon as you do it, you'll be able to do more. But don't rush it, okay? So elbows are down at the side. Remember, the purpose is here, not a straight arm, because I don't want you to come into the neck and the shoulders. We're always concerned about what else is happening elsewhere. So we start with a bridge, slight bend of the knees, feet are right in the middle of the ball, and we come up 1 and 2. So there's a little power, 3 and 4, and I'm touching down, 5, but not landing, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we're going to come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. And relax. Good, you earned it. 30 seconds. Coming up, either rolling to one side or you can come straight up the middle, but know who you are. We're going to come right up, find a spot along a wall. So you actually have to have one here. Find a place I can put my head down. And feet are far enough away from the wall. You feel the weight on your head. We've started, so no problem there. You know when I'm doing it with you, we're counting. So push your hip back in, push your shoulder blades in, and put your head in the wall. Now, here's where we go wrong. A lot of times on this one, people are just allowing their head to bob out here and instead pushing their lower back into the wall. You're not after that. You want to push the butt or the hips. You want to push the shoulder blades so we stay broad and open and the back of your head against the wall. Good. Keep breathing. All right. The hollow happens at the small of your back. Now, if you have a flatter back to begin with, posturally, you just know you do, you'll probably experience your lower back is against it. I want you to keep a little bit of space if at all possible. That neutral spine is actually better. So notice right now, my hip is higher than my knee. I'm always going to want that, but I can come down a little bit lower. What I want you to know is this is a very quad dominant exercise. Good, super fun. Yep. Debra has a good sense of humor. Okay, push back through the glutes, through the shoulders, and through the head. Good, and keep yourself breathing, 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 breathing. Nice job. Good. Inhale and exhale. You're doing great. Good. So good. Awesome. You're almost there. Good. And when you're ready, help yourself. And if you're about to hit your head, you want to watch that too. Good. All right. Coming down, set 2. Now, because you come right back into leg to leg to leg to leg, that is much more muscle endurance when we're doing something like that, right? So expect that there's going to be a little bit more heavy breathing, all right? So we come up, slight bend of the knees. Even when you're up, lift and down. Bridge, 2, 3. Good, 4. Should be aware of your core. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Good. For good measure. Now coming in. 1, 2, 3. Good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Beautiful. Let it go. Okay? Little fatigue. Second set. To be expected. Okay? Turning it around. Get right back up when you're ready. Stand straight back. Use the legs. Find that spot where you're able to come down, feeling pressure on your knees. What I want you to do is move those feet a little further from the wall. If you're feeling pressure on the knee and a lot on the quad, chances are it's too close to the wall, okay? So this can be tricky. Push the hip back, shoulders back, head back. It can be tricky if you're on a slippery floor or have slippery shoes or soles of your feet. So check in with where you are. Make sure you're in a safe spot. So I'm on carpet and it's much more traction, I notice, than if I'm trying to do this on a hardwood floor or a tile floor. Good. Check in again. Pushing the hip back. And as you do that, you will notice you've got a good connection here with your core. Shoulders back, head back. Good. In and out. Keep your breath. You're doing great. Good. And you are getting so close. You're earning it. Good. Remember, in this last one, we've only got one more set of these. Great. Push, push, push. Head back, shoulders back, and you made it. So again, watch where you are. Third set. Let's do this. Down and up. With the bridge first, right into hamstring curls. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze the glutes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ham curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent. Good. Release. A little burning is natural. Okay. Come on over. Pull this one up. Find your spot. Lower down. Weight on the heels. And you know you're doing it right when toes nice and light. So a little hard to tell because for me, when I get them out that far, I'm kind of jamming my toes into the end of my shoe. And pull the shoulder blades back. But I can definitely tell if I want to lift my toes up, I could. Okay. Little space between the small of your back. Head back, shoulders back, hips back. You're breathing. Good. So just in case you know, I'm at altitude right now. I'm in Breckenridge. When I lived in Boulder, I lived at about 8,800 feet. Yeah, I'm a little higher than that right now. And I haven't lived here for a while. So even getting down to here, it's like I went up in altitude. Like, really? What? You lose it quickly. Hold here. Keep breathing and you're almost there. Remember, you don't want to be jamming that lower back to the wall. You're pushing your hip, you're pushing your shoulders, pushing your head back, keeping the neutral curve and spine. You're working your core in doing that, bracing there. Nice job. 5 seconds. Let's hold it just a little bit longer. Yes, it's quads. It's definitely quads. And then release and step away. Beautiful. Let's do a head to toe cool down because you've earned it. All right, so starting in a standing position, if you're already seated, you could also do it there, but we're gonna loosen up and this helps you organize it. So you never need me if you don't have me, right? But let's just talk. So we think neck, we're gonna think shoulders, chest, upper back, lower back, hips, quadriceps, hamstrings, and then we're gonna think calves and opening up through the ankles as well. So we're going to start with the head. I want you to bring it over to the side. So notice nothing else is moving. We're just bringing this over to the side. My hand here is encouraging. It's not pulling. So I'm keeping the length and then dropping it down. And at the same time, this shoulder, I'm trying to reach just gently toward the ground. So the opening is here between my ear and my shoulder. And exhaling while you're holding. Good. So it's just nice. It should be melting. If it's not getting easier, if it's getting harder, you're pulling a little bit too much, okay? You're too strong for your own good. And just to release, bring this up. We're going to take it to the other side, rolling it down first, and then just a little bit more encouragement. So it's about 10%. We just take it 10% beyond the point where we feel the stretch. We're going to reach this one down, so know that you have a stretch coming from both places. So don't overdo it. The stretch should feel good by the end of your hold. Remember those holds, 15 to 30 seconds. I'm going to catch you because I caught myself just now. So standing in place, we're working on this, talking about this, not focusing on our knees, but they can easily lock if you're somebody who does that. I do. I've got to remind myself just to unlock them. I'm not looking for flexion here. Just want that unlock so that my pelvis stays in neutral. As soon as you go to locked, pelvis doesn't get in neutral, your lower back is feeling the stress. So you're going to be right here. Good. And then relax. So palms up, thumbs go back first. We're just going to open this. So this is passive opening of the chest. We're actually squeezing the shoulder blades together. Again, with the knees, easy. And then release. But that is enough. So you don't have to actually feel a burn or cause one. Just open and release. And one of the reasons I like this, palm up, thumbs back, as soon as we grab a hold of the fingers, sometimes we get this little rounding of the shoulders. Can you see what happens? So if I'm here, my shoulder stays open, turned this way, right? So it's going that way. As soon as I reach back for my hands, that shoulder opens forward. And I'd rather that we open you this way. Super important for you. So drop that down. Nice job. Okay. Tricep stretch. So we're going to bring the arm up, bring it right down the back, pat on the back. You did a great job. Soften the knees because we've got a long lever. We're thinking up here again. Really easy to arch through the back. You can either push back, pull back, or just be reaching down, trying to crawl your fingers down your back and get a good stretch right here. Other side, bring it up, bring it down, and pushing here, pushing here. So depending on what you've done, if you have chest press, and didn't do tricep exercises specifically, may not feel this quite as much. When you've done say you've done a tricep exercise as well, you're probably going to feel this just a little bit more. Good, and relax. Drop this down. Biceps, a little bit harder. So we're going to open this way so I can take my hand and push it on a wall. And there's not a lot of stretching that is done through the biceps, but sometimes very important, and it feels like you also get a little stretch across the anterior part of your shoulder, which is always nice because we're opening up, giving ourselves more heart forward, shoulder blades back together, better posture. Make sure your head is back as well. Good, and relax. Okay, nice. Now, a little bit of rotation is also good. So reaching passively just behind you. And I like to do this one against the wall if you have it. So you can actually take your hands back and reach This is one for one reason or another. I